Top of moon. Alright, let me just double check something before I go crazy. Okay, that is good. Perfect. Fantastic. Amazing. Incredible. I think I had a critical choice to make, and I have no idea. Oh, no, it was just a day. Okay, that's fine. When I awake to the bright sunshine, my body feels completely recovered. My temperature is normal, my limbs don't feel heavy anymore. It's still before 6, huh? I wonder if Sakura is awake. If she is, then she would be preparing breakfast. If I don't change and go to the kitchen soon, she'll have to do it all by herself. I'm going on ahead, Saber. Come to the living room in a bit. I'm not brave enough to slide the partition, so I just tell her and retreat. It could be bad if I open the door with unlucky timing and see Saber sleeping.
それでね、おじいちゃん倒れちゃってさ。わしが寝込んどるんだから少しは落ち着こうと思わんのかドラ娘なんて言うのよ。失礼しちゃうわよね。それじゃあ私がはぐれ雲みたいに聞こえるじゃない。
Fujine pouts, going on about something unfair as she eats. Evidently, she didn't come over last night because her grandfather collapsed.
先輩、はぐれ雲って何ですか?
It's literally Fujine. Someone who just can't get a handle on her because they're so floaty and carefree. I answer honestly.
違う。はぐれ雲は遊び人。日がな一日何をするでもなく町の人たちを冷やかして面白おかしく暮らす人のことを言うのよ。
Sakura and Saber nod in understanding. It goes without saying which part of that they agree with.
けど先生、それじゃあお父さんの体、芳しくないんですか?
まさか。うちの家系は風邪とかひかないって有名なんだから。おじいちゃんはね、年がいもなく若い子と相撲して腰やっちゃったの。
相撲？相撲とは何ですか、タイガ？
ちょっと言葉で説明するのは難しいな。とにかく押す、引かば押す、押せば押すっていう格闘技よ。武器なしなんだけど、げんこつはダメ、蹴るのもダメ。基本的に相手の体とがっしり組み合って、ドリャーって地面に叩き伏せれば勝ちなんだ。
それは純粋な力比べということでしょうか?
Pretty much.
そうね。あと服もなし。自分も相手もほとんど裸でぶつかり合うんだよ。
裸でですか?
回しをつけてるから急所は隠してるけど、回しっていうのはふんどしのことね。わからなかったらシローに聞いてみて。私より詳しいから。
Fujine slurps her miso soup while saying something outrageous about me.
なるほど。で、シロ、ふんどしとは何ですか?
Christ. It would be easy to explain, but I hesitate. This is Saber I'm talking to, and it's the middle of breakfast. Why do you have to talk about underwear? No idea. Sumer's not my warehouse. Ask someone else.
嘘だ。シロー、回し持ってるくせに。
No, I don't. Your gramps just made me do sumo the one time, so I borrowed one. And how many years ago are we talking here?
そっかそうだ。シロー、子供の頃はちっちゃかったから相撲は負け続きだったんだもんね。おじい様が違う競技にしなさいって言って勝つまでやめたがらないシローに弓持たせたんだっけ。
Fujine laughs in delight. I wonder why. She's in an awfully good mood today and 20% more lively than usual. Hey, Fujine, clock's ticking. Don't you need to get out of here before 7 to be on time?
今日は は大丈夫。昨日から朝の部活は禁止されたから。ま、それでも今日は職員会議があるから早めに出ないとまずいんだけど。
先生、弓道部も朝練中止なんですか？
そうだよ。ってそっか、さくらちゃんには連絡行ってなかったか。昨日ちょっとした事故があってね、陸上部の子なんだけど部活中に怪我しちゃって、保健の笠間先生に言わせれば寝不足だとかで朝練はしばらく中止になったのよ。
How does that relate to every other club in the building? I don't understand. Huh? But do they really need to stop everything just for one suit? That's my question. What the fuck? Yeah, if they didn't get enough sleep, isn't that their own fault? It's their own responsibility to go to bed on time, but maybe. Fujine, exactly how many students got hurt?
10人以上20人未満かな。
Christ.
そんなになんですか？先生、弓道部のみんなは。
それがね、うちには出てないけど昨日の部活でも疲れた顔の子が何人かいたのよ。ほら、最近いろいろと物騒じゃない？そのあたりの精神的な疲れも無視できないから、できるだけ生徒には負担をかけない方針でいくみたい。部活が負担になるってわけじゃないけど、肉体的に疲労するのは否定できないしね。
Fujine shrugs in exasperation and holds out her bowl.
さくらちゃん、おかわり。ご飯半分でお願いね。
はい、どうぞ。今朝は小食ですね、先生。
そうなのよ。学校行っても仕事が溜まってるのかと思うと胃が痛くて痛くて食欲がないんだよ。
She half sobs pitifully. Apparently, our resident tiger is saying that she can't go all out on 2.5 bowls of rice.
そういうさくらちゃんは元気だよね。ご飯大盛りで2杯目だもん。
育ち盛りですから、最近はすぐお腹減っちゃうし、多少無理でも食べておかないと大変です。
Sakura proudly puffs up her chest. I'd say she's already had her growth spurt and she's good as is. Maybe she's just being influenced by the other gluttons in the house.
なるほど。さくらには弓使いとしては腕力が足りません。栄養を取るのはいいことです。
Saber nods through a mouthful of food. I can't tell if they're on the same page or not. It's past 7. Fujine already left for school and we're cleaning up. Sakura doesn't need to rush today, so we take our time doing the dishes together. Morning cleanup goes by in a flash since we're both helping each other out. I find myself checking in on Sakura, but she looks like she's feeling better. It seems like her fever is gone and she's full of energy.
先輩。
Uh-huh.
少しお話があるんですけど、お時間よろしいでしょうか。
She suddenly blurts out a question. Like it's now or never. We certainly might. We still have plenty of time.
そのですね、お弁当をですね、作ってみたんですけど。
Sakura hands me a lunchbox. It's different from one I sometimes use. She must have prepared it herself. Unlike my boring lunchbox, it has a cute shape and it's even wrapped in a pleasantly colored cloth. I'm grateful, and I can count on it tasting good if Sakura made it. Thanks. Wait, did you wake up early today just to make this? By the time I came to the living room this morning, Sakura was already finished making breakfast. I was impressed at how early she must have gotten up, but it seems that she's even more of an early riser than I thought.
早くに目が覚めちゃって、やることもないからお弁当作ろうかなって。 それでご相談があるんですけど。
What's up? Sounds important.
いえ、そんなことないです。ないんですけど。そうだ、先輩ってあんまりお弁当作りませんよね。お料理好きなのにどうしてなのかなって。
Sakura, I don't particularly enjoy cooking, you know. Plus, cooking isn't supposed to be a hobby that guys have. I just happen to have it, or have to do it. I just happen to be able to do it, and I like to leave it at that. Anyway, she wants to know why I don't make my own lunch, right? I know that it would save money to bring my own lunch, but it makes all the guys in class flock to my desk. Before I know it, half my food is gone. Sakura nods slowly. It's actually the girls in class who tend to make the most of my food, but decide not to mention it because it makes me sound pathetic. Yeah, so that's why I only make lunch on the days I can eat in the student council office. When I'm there, I can eat in private with Issei.
先輩、それなら弓道場で昼食をとるのはどうでしょう。お昼なら道場も空いてますし、お茶も入れられますし、誰もいないから静かだし。
Oh, I never considered that. The archery range is unlocked during the daytime, and even club members are unlikely to stop by. Only Mitsuzuri is likely to be around, if at all. And she isn't rude enough to lay hands on another person's lunch. Yeah, I think that could work.
そうです。そういうのももちろんありです、先輩。
I'm an outsider, though. I better get Mitsuzuri's permission first.
そんなの大丈夫です。弓道場は学校の建物なんですから、部活動以外は生徒の自由で OK なのではないでしょうか。
Sakura's being unusually forceful. Well, alright. As long as I'm not imposing on anyone. I accept the proposal. And for some reason, Sakura looks utterly ecstatic, even pumping her fist. Maybe Fujine's good mood rubbed off on her. We walk up the hill. There are more students commuting than usual, possibly because morning practices are cancelled.
時間はまだまだ大丈夫ですね。こんなゆっくりした朝は久しぶりです。
Sakura's beside me, walking happily. She's been in a good mood all morning, though I'm not sure why. That's normal for me, though I don't get to go to school with you that often.
はい。弓道部の朝練は休みなしですから。
True, but morning practice is supposed to be optional, right? Most people don't only go once or 2 days or so. You should take it easy too.
それじゃ先輩、私が休んだら一緒に学校に行ってくれますか？
Well, I wouldn't really have a choice. We all have to go to school in this universe, so... Technically, yes. Of course I would. We're going to the same school, so we'd be together whether you wanted to or not. See, that's exactly my thought. It's just like, we all have to go to school. Like, there's no avoiding it in this timeline, so it's just like... Yeah.
それじゃあ。やっぱり無理でした。私下手だから一日でも休むと腕が下がっちゃいます。
Sakura sticks out her tongue in self-reprimand. I don't know about that. I don't like to compare people to each other, but your skills are outstanding for a first year. You can afford to take a day or two off.
いいえ、私はまだ未熟です。今だって気を緩めると邪念が入るし、的が見えないなんてしょっちゅうだし。根が怠け者だから毎日びっしりやってないとずるずるダメになっちゃうたちなんです。
Well, if she says so. Except for yesterday when she played hooky. Apparently that didn't count. I part ways with Sakura. The second-year classroom's on the 3rd floor, while Sakura and the other first years are on the 4th floor.
それじゃあ先輩、また後で。
Yeah, don't fall asleep in class. Food coma's a thing, you know.
それなら心配無用です。もうとっくにお腹8分目になってますから。
Sakura goes up the stairs. I wave goodbye and head into my own classroom. It's lunch break. Shinji is absent, and so is Issei. I think Issei's been recovering in the hospital ever since the Ryudo Temple incident. In fact, there are several other students out sick too. But there shouldn't be any further absences. Castor is gone. There isn't a servant draining life force from the people of Fuyuki anymore. That should put an end to the mysterious comas that had the city in a uproar. Right. Everyone who Castor hurt will get better soon. Time to get my head on straight. There are 4 masters left. Tasaka and Ilya aside, I don't know what the other 2 masters are like, so it's too early to relax. Oh, he didn't count himself. That makes more sense. Our yelps of surprise harmonize. Just as I step into the hallway, I suddenly run into Tasaka.
ちょっとあって何よあって人の顔を見るなり失礼なんじゃない？それとも何か私に後ろめたいことでもあるのかしらね、エミヤ君は。
Right back at you. You look just as surprised, you know. What was that phone call for yesterday? After you complained about me going to the temple, you demanded that I come meet you at school. You're pretty fickle, Tasaka.
昨日のは特例よ。竜道寺のマスターが消えた後、あなたが学校を休んでれば何かあったって思うでしょ？
Did she say all that? In that? Alright.
その竜道寺の件を教えたのは私なんだから、エミヤ君に何かあったら困るじゃない。
See, this seems like more like what she said before. I'm surprised. Does Tasaka feel responsible for what happened? Oh, well, thanks for worrying about me, Tasaka.
そんなことないわよ。私はただ情報提供者として事の顛末が知りたいだけなんだから。
Huh? I told you during yesterday's phone call. Castor and her master are defeated. There's nothing at Ryudo Temple anymore. Wait. Why does she look so serious all of a sudden? What, did I say something weird?
エミヤ君を信じてないわけじゃないけど、もう一度だけ確認するわ。あなた、本当にキャスターを倒したの？
Even I can tell we won that fight. Saber completely got rid of Castor, and Castor's master was already dead by the time we arrived.
わかったわ。なら、そのことで話があるの。ちょっと屋上まで付き合って。
Sakura's gonna be pissed. What? Castor isn't gone.
ええ、エミヤ君がキャスターを倒したのが2日前でしょ。なのに、昨日も例の昏睡事件は起きた。それも、魔力を奪われた人たちは、今までより重い衰弱状態にあったわ。
It can't be right. I'm sure we...
わかってる。あなたが嘘を言うわけないし、勘違いしてるとも思えない。けど実際に私とアーチャーはキャスターらしき影を見たのよ。昨日の夜、被害のあった現場に駆けつけた時にね。
So Archer's better? I see. Then is Castor really still alive and gathering energy from the town?
断言できないけど、そういうことね。けど竜道寺の雰囲気が変わったってことだけはわかる。あなたたちはキャスターを倒した。けどキャスターは未だ存在する。今確かなのはそれだけよ。
That must be why Tasaka's been acting odd since yesterday. She probably started having doubts about this war. A servant is supposed to disappear when its master is beaten. When a servant is completely defeated, it can't escape death in this world. Both penalties apply to Castor, and yet she somehow still exists. It's a clear fundamental violation of the rules underpinning the Holy Grail War. Okay, so what do you think?
私？
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I doubt you're going to forfeit this war. I'm guessing you care about cleaning up Castor's mess than the competition itself, even if it means putting off dueling the other masters. Yes.
エミヤ君の思ってる通りよ。今回の聖杯戦争はどうもきな臭いわ。父さんに聞いていたものとは違う気がするのよね。なんていうか、私たちの知らないところで違うことが行われてる気がするの。
Something else, huh? For me, I'm an outsider in this whole business, so I haven't even had the luxury of considering that. But if a bona fide master like Tasaka thinks so, then something must be wrong. Tasaka, then...
ええ。自分で納得がいくまで聖杯戦争のルールには従わない。誰かに利用されるのは仕方ないけど、利用された自分が誰にどんな危害を加えるのかわからないのは気に食わない。そういうの嫌でしょ。だからはっきりさせるまで他のマスターといがみ合うのはやめるつもり。
She states it resolutely. Tasaka's eyes are unwavering. At the same time, they seem to ask me for my decision. Alright. Then can I take this as a truce offer?
エミヤ君が受けてくれるならね。この件が片付くまであなたが私と敵対しないのなら、私も危害は加えないわ。
Stabs her in the chest. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like Rin and I like her, like, character in this whole story. But if I was anybody else as a master in the Holy Grail War, and she was like, truce, I would have brought a gun or a knife, gotten rid of her right here, and then just called it a day, because no one's going up to the roof. And again, she's okay right now because she knows better, but like at the same time, she's being awful trustworthy. She fixed me with a questioning gaze. My answer, of course, was set from the beginning. It's my line. I won't fight you as long as you don't come after me. And if we do fight, it'll be fair and square. Until then, I've always wanted to have a cooperative relationship with Tasaka.
決まりね。分かってたけど、いい返事がもらえて嬉しいわ。
Huh? Tasaka extends her right hand. I realize she's waiting for me to shake it. Oh yeah, it's a deal. I try to ignore my suddenly reddening cheeks and stick out my right hand.
よし、契約成立ね。少しの間だろうけど、よろしく頼むわ、エミヤ君。
Tasaka firmly shakes my hand. Her hand is far more delicate than mine. Her touch is soft and slightly cool. Oh, the dream! What the hell am I thinking at a time like this? Get a grip, Shiro.
どうしたの、エミヤ君。急に汗かいたりして。なんか心拍数も上がってるけど。
It's nothing, just a cold. I'll get better once I eat. So let's have lunch. I tear my hand away from hers. Unfortunately, that only serves to twist Tasaka's face into a devilish smile.
ははー。この前相談された時にもしかしてって思ったけど、やっぱりそうなんだ。慣れてるような印象だけど、本当はそうでもなかったわけね。
Well, so that's the format that they lay out for you, right? It is a visual novel. And yes, that is like pretty much the whole point of each of the routes anyway. It's like, oh, this girl likes you, but this girl could like you. And wait, this girl really likes you. You know, it's just one of those things. Honestly, where's the Issei route? That's the route I want. But no, joking aside, like, there is a lot of context for all of this, too. And I'll talk about that if it doesn't come up after. Like, we're in the third round, right? We got through Fate Stay Night. We got through Unlimited Blade Works. We're now in Heaven's Feel, which should be the last one, unless they're hiding another one somewhere. So, once we get all three of these out of the way, I can sort of, like, open up and discuss all of these things, but yeah.
意外っていうかイメージ通りっていうかふーんふーんふーん
Smirking, Tasaka appraises me from head to toe. What? If you got something to say, say it. You shouldn't dangle it over me like that.
別にエミヤくんのことが少し分かっただけだから気にしないでは口にするつもりないから怯えなくていいわよ
I'm not scared. If you want to tell everyone, then go ahead.
あら言っていいの
She snickers. How can such an evil smile exist? Don't.
何小さくて聞こえないんだけど
Sorry, don't tell anyone. I think I'll go into shock if you do, especially coming from you. It'll be 2 or 3 times worse.
そうなら黙ってあげてもいいけど
Tasaka smiles triumphantly. I take a second to recover my composure.
エミヤくん好きな子のリコーダーが気になるタイプでしょ
That is such an interesting take. You said you weren't going to say something, you demon.
だからね人間ってのは本当のことを言われると怒ると思うのよ
Tasaka pokes at my lunch thoughtfully. She came here empty-handed today, meaning that she doesn't have anything to eat. It was inevitable that she'd come after my lunch instead. Just eat. Why do you have chopsticks with you when you didn't even bring lunch? You always carry those around?
これは教室を出るときに持ってきただけよエミヤくんこの前もお昼ご飯持ってたから今日も分けてもらえばいいかなってねえもしお弁当だった時を考えて事前に箸を用意したんだけど
This is the part where he remembers who made his lunch. I think you have your priorities out of order. If you thought that far ahead, then bring your own dang lunch.
細かいことは気にしない気にしないエミヤくんだって2人分のお弁当を持ってきてたんだから結果オーライじゃない
Emiya, come on, remember. Put 2 and 2 together. This isn't really meant for 2 people to share. Sakura just happened to put too much food in the box. Whatever, you're right. That I can't finish this on my own. Oh, Tasaka, don't just eat the veggies. What? This is not a sentence I would ever think he would have said. It should be, don't just take the meat, take some veggies. But, like, I guess she would be the one to take the veggies, wouldn't she? Don't just take the veggies. Don't just eat the veggies. You should take some meat. I'll get bloated if I eat all the meat.
その唐揚げ味付け甘いから苦手なのよだいたい女の子にお肉なんか勧めないでよねちゃんと自分で分量測ってるんだから食べないってことはストップサインなの
It's not your food. Liar. I bet you're the type that doesn't hold back when you're in front of the grill. I know I'm right. While I'm still on the appetizers, you'd be scarfing down the gyalbi like there's no tomorrow. I can tell you wouldn't give a damn about my wallet. In fact, you'd try to bankrupt me, and once you're done, you'd say, I held back for your sake this time. I huff and shoot back a retort, feeling like a sore loser.
言うじゃないエミヤくんあながち否定できないところが恐ろしいわ
Read like a fucking book. No. I'm pretty sure the scary one here is you.
けどお菓子のお弁当よね量はすっごく多いのに 盛り付けとかラッピングとか女の子っぽいじゃない？エミヤくん、もしかして料理好き？
What a coincidence. Someone asked me the same thing this morning. I don't dislike it, but Sakura's the one who made my lunch today. Oh, Sakura, what's wrong? Did you bite on a lump of sugar or something?
あっちゃー、やっちゃったか。
Yeah, you did. Tasaka sighs and puts away her chopsticks.
ごちそうさま。あとはエミヤくん一人で食べて。
Yeah, she knows. Tasaka backs away uncomfortably. Well, as long as she's full. I was getting pretty serious eating side by side with her, so it'll be nice to enjoy it in peace. You forgot. I'm on the way back to class. 5th period starts in a few minutes. The hall leading back to my classroom is crammed with students. On the other hand, the stairs are quiet. There aren't many students who visit other years' floors during lunch, so people use the stairs only occasionally. On the way back down, I run into Sakura. As soon as she sees me, she looks away awkwardly. I wonder why. It's the opposite of how energetic she looked this morning. Sakura! I speak to her, but before I can say anything else.
ごめんさくら、間が悪かったわ。
Tasaka interjects first.
間が悪いなんてことはないです。先輩と遠坂先輩が一緒にいても、私は別に。
だから違うんだって。ちょっとね、用があって私からエミヤくんを呼びつけたの。ついでに言うと、エミヤくんもあなたとの約束をすっぽかしたわけじゃないわ。
Both of these statements are true.
単に分かってなかっただけだから。
It's not his fault, he's just stupid. Yep, that's basically it. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I never promised her any...
バカ。お弁当を作ったってことは、あんたと一緒に食べたいってことじゃない。さくらが怒るのも当たり前よ。
Huh? Again, Emi is the only one that would be oblivious in this particular moment. Wait a second. When did I ever say I would? You did. This morning.
先輩、それなら弓道場で昼食をとるのはどうでしょう。お昼なら道場も空いてますし、お茶も入れられますし、誰もいないから静かだし。
And then, I noticed that Sakura hasn't unwrapped her lunch yet. Oh, right. What the hell am I saying? Of course Tasaka would call me stupid. Sorry, Sakura, I'm such an idiot.
いえ、いいんです先輩。だってほら、ちゃんと約束したわけじゃないし、私もそうなったらいいなって思っただけで。
It's not okay. Let's go right now. There's still time. We'll get it done in the dojo right away. I grab Sakura's hand and start to run. However,
間に合うわけないでしょ。あと3分で何ができるっていうのよ。
you'd be surprised. Ugh. Tasaka's calm logic stops me cold. My guilt over standing Sakura up drove me into action. But Tasaka's 100% right.
いいんです先輩。遠坂先輩の言う通り、教室に戻らないとダメですよ。
But Sakura,
いいえ、気にしないでください。私、今ので十分嬉しかったです。ありがとうございました。
I don't know what to say.
それじゃあ、失礼しますね。先輩たちも早く戻らないと遅刻しちゃいますよ。
Sakura goes up the stairs with her uneaten lunch.
じゃあ私も行くけど。学校が終わったらすぐに商店街にある中華飯店に行っておいて。そこで待ってるから。
Why would I do that? For what reason? And so, Tasaka goes back to her classroom, leaving me with those cryptic instructions. Sakura would obviously want to walk home from school. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know this. Fifth period ends and the classroom quickly empties. It's still before 2 p.m. I don't feel like going, but Tasaka told me to. I don't have anything left to do on campus, so I go for broke and head to the shopping district. There's only one Chinese restaurant in this shopping center. Hangzhou Yansai Guan, Taishan. Taishan has an ominous reputation. Its glass windows are covered by shutters during the daytime, concealing the coming and going of customers. First-timers are frequently seen fleeing the premises. The restaurant is run by an enigmatic and polite Miss Ba. Beloved by the neighborhood association, she wields her wok to cook chili peppers into every possible dish. In other words, the food is hot. Really hot. It's so spicy that you'd think your tongue was being stabbed by 1,000 toothpicks and covered in salt. The reason I tend not to like Chinese food is entirely thanks to this restaurant's infernal seasoning. Also, I can't get over the owner's over-the-top accent. I'm about to enter this pit of hell. If the owner sees me, a menu will appear in my hands before I can blink. If it comes to that, I'm screwed. I better order some sweet and sour appetizers right away and avoid mortal danger. I haven't been able to bring myself to return ever since I experienced their char siu and twice-cooked pork. Don't even get me started on the mapo tofu. That's truly hell on earth. My tongue will melt. And it's the kind of suffering that's like having your tongue cut off by King Enma. Maybe the restaurant's name alludes to the spiritual trial that takes place to eat there. Phew. Check the time, and I see that's just about 2:30. She told me to come straight here after school, so I cannot waste any more time. Alright, here goes nothing. I feel weird to work up my courage just to walk into a restaurant, but that's the kind of place this is. I don't know what the plan is, but I bet even Tasaka has regretted her choice of meeting spot right now. Inside, I come face to face with... They're keeping it canon. He loves his mapo tofu. A priest eating mapo tofu. I'm speechless. What's Kotomine doing here? Why is he eating the mapo tofu like it's that looks like it's boiling cauldron? And with incredible vigor, no less. He shovels the molten lava into his mouth with hellish drive, sweat running down his face, not bothering to drink water, as if he knows that pausing will mean he'll never take another bite. This also goes with his personality, which we've already established. He loves pain and suffering. That is the only thing that he really enjoys. And he looks uncomfortable. Man, who eats that fast? Is he actually enjoying it? The red oil and peppers look like they've been stewing in hell for 100 years. Is it that delicious to him? If the answer is yes, then that's messed up. I mean, Kotomine as well as this restaurant. There's definitely an insane amount of spice in there. That's the only way I can describe it. The priest talks while eating. I cautiously, actually, I'm not sure what even to be cautious of anymore, sit down across from Kotomine. I quietly watch the priest's movements. Incredible. There are only 2 spoonfuls of mapo left. Is he actually going to finish the entire plate? The second I clear my throat, Kotomine's hand suddenly stops. Our eyes meet. Kotomine fixes me with a typically oppressive gaze and asks, Do I want some? Instantly, I decline with every fiber of my being. Kotomine frowns slightly and finishes the last of his mapo tofu. Wait. Is he disappointed that I said no? It's clear now that Father Kotomine is here to see me. He must have asked Chisaka to get me to come. So what do you want? It's pretty unusual for you to come see me.
何お前がすでに2体のサーバントを倒したと聞いてな。大したものだとねぎらいに来たのだ。
He's one to talk. Even if he really meant it, he could have picked a different venue. Oh, really? Well, keep that admiration to yourself. I'm not fighting for your sake, nor am I fishing for compliments.
つまらぬ世辞は余計だったか。では、望み通り本題に入るとしよう。リンからキャスターが生きているという話は聞いたな。
Yeah, Castor's still around in this world, taking magical energy for people around town.
そうだ。その件と関係があるかはわからんが、お前がキャスターを倒した夜、竜道寺にはもう一体サーバントがいてな。風貌、戦闘スタイルから言ってアサシンだと思われるが、断言はできない。
That would check out. Assassin. So you're saying it was at the temple at the same time as Castor? But Saber...
感知できなかったのだろう。アサシンはそう強力な英霊ではないが、特性として気配の遮断がある。隠密はアサシンの得意分野だからな。いかなセーバーとて、アサシンが完全に引きこもってしまえば見つけようがないだろう。
Which is entirely different from the other assassin that we had as a guard. That was locked in place for the other two entries. So it was there the night we met Castor. Was it lurking nearby, waiting for a chance to take me out as soon as I let my guard down after killing Saber? Or killing Castor? Jesus Christ, I am losing my mind. I get that, but why tell me? Aren't you supposed to not be taking sides as an overseer?
何これは情報交換に過ぎん。私の知ることはそれだけだ。その代価として、ここ数日お前が体験した出来事を教える。前回とは違うものが動いている気がしてならんのだ。教えたくないのならそれでも構わん。今のは忠告として聞いたと思えばいい。
Yeah, right. I'll pay the price for your intel. I didn't ask, but it was something I needed to know.
相変わらず義理がたいことだな、エミヤシロ。
The priest's lips twitch up in a delighted smile. He's making a face like he knew exactly how I'd react. But I'm not going to play his little game. I'll talk, but I have a question first. How did you know what happened, Kotomine? You couldn't have known Assassin was Ryudo Temple without a servant of your own. In fact, he couldn't have known even if he had a servant. Neither Saber nor Chisaka's archer are aware of what he just told me.
なに、単純な話だ。私のランサーが竜道寺でアサシンに敗れた。奴が消滅する寸前の映像をマスターである私が回収したに過ぎん。
This revelation is hilarious in so many different ways. Just like that, the priest utters something outrageous as if it's just common sense. Huh?
私もマスターだと言った。お前も口にしたではないか。サーバントでもいない限りわからないと。いや、実にその通りだったな。
Huh? What?
だがそれも昨日までの話だ。ランサーは消滅し、私は今回の聖杯戦争におけるマスターではなくなった。お前たちの敵ではなくなったということだ。さて、話はそれだけか。ではお前の番だ。ここ数日、何と出会い何を見た？
In only a short moment, the mood becomes somber. He's not letting me ask any more questions. All